So for this hairstyle, you're gonna start by sectioning the hair off straight down the middle. Okay, you're gonna part the hair in half. I could have just said that. And you'll use a rat tail comb for this. And then once you get it parted down the middle, you'll put one side off to the side and you'll start banding the sections of hair. So I did 11 sections, which my sister is a freak and she loves even numbers, so this kind of bothered her, but I didn't really mean to do 11. But I would say anything over 8. So if you want them to be kind of chunkier, I would do 8 parts. And if you want them to be smaller, you can do 10 parts, you can do 12 parts. You'll just have smaller little lines. I think it's cuter the smaller parts you do. But anything less than 8, it looks a little too chunky to me, and the hair doesn't hold as well. But I mean, I suppose you could do 6. And so I'm just grabbing the hair, I'm using a little bit of edge control, brushing the sides, and then putting a band around it. For most of the hair, I doubled the bands just so it would hold tighter. I'd say that's not necessary because I actually did my sister's hair too tight, and I feel kind of bad because I had her afterwards. And if you're doing this for a protective style, you really do not want to snatch the edges. You're trying to keep that hair. Don't want it to fall out. But I braided her hair a few weeks ago and I didn't do it tight at all, so I felt bad. So I was like, ooh, let me get this real tight and cute. And then I did it a little too tight. So anyways, you don't need to pull too tight. You don't need to double the bands unless you plan on wearing the style for a longer period of time. So you just keep working your way down the hair. And the cool thing about this is you can go closer to the center so the braid goes straight back, or closer towards like the ear so it goes more around the forehead. Whatever you prefer. I did hers kind of in between those two, but I'd say closer to the ear, so it kind of went down the side. And you do want pretty clean parts because you can see them. So I went ahead and did the same thing to the other side of her hair, and then came back to this side to show you the braiding part. And you will braid the hair just like a normal braid. And I'm adding in hair every 1 to 2 braid downs, depending on how thick you want that braid. And you'll just braid it all the way down. Keep adding in hair depending on how long you want it. And then I left something in this video to show you guys, and you can see how those bottom 2 bands are sticking out of her head. So this happened to me doing her hair, and it's actually happened to me someone doing it on my hair. Super common. So my recommendation is those last 2 bands to actually not band them, just leave it the normal hair, and then you can corner all the way down on her scalp. It's super hard to do it when you band those last 2 to get it tight to the head. So again, I'll redo the back of her head, but I just wanted to leave it to show you guys because it's really common with this hairstyle. But just undo those 1 or 2 bands at the bottom so you can braid it tight to her scalp. And then you just braid the hair down. And then I'm just gonna lay her baby hairs with a little bit of water and edge gel and my toothbrush, and then I'll put some mousse on her hair just to set the braids a little bit better and lay down those stray wispy hairs. And then I'll wrap her hair in a do-rag. Give us a wink, smile, or something. Okay. Okay, so clearly my sister can't wink, but you know what? We all have our strong suits, so whatever. Okay, so taking off the do-rag and you're done. Cute, easy, simple protective style, and this should last for about 2 weeks.